Hello everyone. So in the previous class, I was discussing implementation of deep learning artificial neural network. So what we have seen here is TensorFlow. That is our base library which we have to install, then we have to import because if you have to build a model, it is present in TensorFlow. If you have to add layers, it is present in TensorFlow. If you have to add neurons, it is present in TensorFlow. So whatever you want to add for building up a model, for compiling a model, for running a model, we require TensorFlow as a base framework. In TensorFlow, we are having a library that is Keras, which is inbuilt on the top of it. And Keras will behave as an interface. It is like an API that will link to the TensorFlow and all these model layers and everything. Okay. And here are the basic operations which I shown you in the previous class also. Addition of two numbers can be done with the help of add. And we are creating a numpy result. Numpy array. This is an numpy array, the result which you got. Then subtraction of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers. Okay, fine. So these are the basic operations. Tensor means high dimensional data. And in deep learning, we have to deal with high dimensional data, a data which is having a lot of entries, row wise, column wise, both we can say. Okay. So we started building a neural network, imported TensorFlow, imported sequential and dense from TensorFlow Keras models and layers. Okay. So there will be a sequential model. There is no parallel model. Sequential means stack of layers. Obviously, we are going to add a layer here, and that will be a dense layer. Dense bole, yeah, hidden, yeah, intermediate, whatever you want to say, you can. Fine. And then we assign model equal to sequential. Okay, model you have imported. Okay, then sorry, sequential you have imported, and then you are going to build up a model which is sequential in nature. So this is an object to a class sequential. Okay, with the help of this object only I can access various methods which are present in class sequential. This comes under OOPS concept, object oriented programming. Okay, then here you are adding a layer. Okay, I added dense layer because only dense layer I have defined. Okay, I have added a dense layer here because I imported only dense. There are many other layers which we'll see ahead. Here in this case, only dense layer I imported. So model dot add dense 16. 16 neurons are present on the dense layer. And input it can take 8 neurons. Means eight, not neurons, I will say eight inputs it will take. Activation function, here I am defining as ReLU. Okay. So this is our first layer. It is called as an input layer, where you have to give input dimension also, or there can be an input size. So here, right now, 8 is the inputs which we can take. For example, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, s7, s8. They will be supplied to 16 neurons. Okay. Yes, we can add one more dense layer, but not the input layer. It's again a good question. Can we add one more input layer, madam? Input can come from, that means like now it's a feed forward from one end. We are not taking inputs from multiple ends. Okay, from one end we are taking an input. All right. So this is a layer which is called as an input layer, and from here only I am taking the input, not from multiple ends. Okay. Then I added one more layer. Okay, then one more layer, then one more layer. Okay, and then this is my output layer. So in the intermediate layers, I kept activation function as ReLU. Input I take only at the first layer. Okay, rest I'm not going to take any input. Okay, input dimension is only on the first layer, and then rest are the intermediate layers. And this is the final layer, which we are saying it as the output layer, where one neuron is present, because we need to perform classification. So sigmoid activation function I have taken. Okay. Now let me share my entire screen to help you understanding this in a better way. Okay, fine. So this is what you have done. A layer with 16 neurons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you took inputs as how much? 8. So x1 से लेकर x8 तक inputs हैं, and every input will be supplied to every neuron. Remember, every input will be given to every neuron. Okay, so x1 will be supplied to all the 16 neurons, x2 will be supplied to all the 16 neurons, x3 will also be supplied to all the 16 neurons. Every input is supplied to every neuron, accompanied by a weight. Okay, so we can say this is w11. Okay, then x2 वाला जो है ये यहाँ पर आएगा, that will be called as w21. देन x3 वाला भी फर्स्ट वाले न्यूरॉन को जाएगा, that can be w31. Okay, and so on up till w81. Okay, we can take the different weights. It's not mandatory कि same weight लेना है. You can take different weights. Weight can be positive, negative also, because weight decides the strength, that how much input will be supplied further. Means what fraction of input can be transferred ahead. So that will be decided by the amount of weight you are taking. Okay. Here I am not giving any weight values. You can see in my architecture, I haven't given anything. See, in the architecture, I just defined model, add, and the layer. Okay. I haven't defined any weight. So automatically, okay, automatically the weight will be assigned to the neurons. That's an auto process. Okay. And when I will be training this model, the adjustment of the weight will be done. That is also auto process. You do not have to nothing from your side. Just make an architecture, build it, compile it, that means configure it, run it. That is training. Rest everything is auto. Okay. Now the question came, can we give multiple inputs? Can we have such kind of scenario? Okay. So model is sequential. This is a source from where I'm getting the input and I'm supplying it to a layer. Now, for example, it is giving certain output. Okay. I can have a different source of input which I can supply to this layer. It's possible. I can take X9 and I can hand it to this next layer. I'm not supposed to give this X9 to this layer. I can give to this layer. Okay. It is possible. Fine. And also we can have a layers like this. This is one of the layer. This is one of the layer. Whatever be the results, okay, whatever be the results they are giving, I can concatenate. Okay, this will be called as concatenation layer. Join, merge, whatever you want to say, you can. Okay, that is also possible. There are many architectures. This is a complete point of concept related to architecture development. Right now I'm making a very simple architecture where I'm just doing a stack of layers. Okay, one by one. That is what I'm doing. I'm not taking any kind of unusual connection which will make you trouble. Okay, just very simple. All right. So here layer are added, neurons are added, activation functions are added. Okay, done. Then summary is printed. However, I have to first compile this architecture. That will be good. First compile the architecture, then perform the summary part. Okay. So model.compile, optimizer Adam, loss is binary cross entropy, and matrix is accuracy. In my previous class, I told that building a model is fine. Okay. You just made a architecture which is right now dummy. अभी ये डमी है. आर्किटेक्चर का नाम मॉडल है जो कि सिक्वेंशियल है and it is having layers inside it. How many number of layers you have added, they are present inside it, and these are the set of inputs which are provided. Okay, and neurons are present, everything is present. Okay, that means you have created a architecture. That means all components you are assembled, but it is right now not in action format. Unless and until you will not configure it, you will not make it understand that what kind of task you have to do. Okay, until then this is just a dummy model. So I compiled this model, optimizer Adam. Adam is a way to optimize or to reduce the error. That's what I said in the previous class also. Okay, that means how you are going to adjust your parameters, weight and the bias. It's an algorithm, it's a technique, whatever you want to say, you can. There are many optimizers which are used in deep learning. For example, stochastic, batch, mini batch, momentum, Nestro, ADA grid, ADA delta, RMS prop, Adam, Adam W, Right now I have written Adam. It's a famous optimizer. I will teach ahead. Loss. If you're doing a classification problem, then loss will be cross entropy. In previous class only I explained. What is this cross entropy? Entropy means uncertainty, degree of randomness in the data. Okay, so if you are having a data set where your target variable y, this is your target, it is having output as 0 1 0 1 0 1, that means binary classification. This is the output. So since I am having three zeros and three ones, obviously there is an uncertainty. That means zero can also come, one can also come. So there is a 50% chance that anything can come. Okay. I need to reduce the uncertainty in the data. I need to reduce the entropy. That is a randomness in the data. So cross entropy is formulated as minus px log of px, isn't it? Or qx. It is qx. This is cross entropy. Px log of qx, where p and q are distribution. These are the probability distribution. Okay, this is also one of the probability distribution. This is also one of the probability distribution. Okay, so I am having two probability distributions. So entropy is formulated as px log of px, where p is the probability, and only one distribution I'm having in case of entropy. But in case of cross entropy, two distributions I am having, क्योंकि मुझे क्रॉस करना है. Okay, so one change has been done in cross entropy. I am going to include q also. And in regards to this, I also explained you in my previous class that let us suppose this is p, this is q, these are the two distributions. I am saying that p is actual and q is predicted by the model. Okay, so if you are having two classes, apple and banana, okay, if you are having two possible outcomes, apple and banana, okay, apple, banana, you're doing an experiment, and in actual, apple is the outcome, so banana will be zero. Okay, but the model predicted that the probability of outcome for apple in your experiment is 80%, because model gave the prediction in this way only, and for banana it is 20%. Okay, then here you have to apply cross entropy, binary cross entropy actually. So what is the binary cross entropy for this? Binary cross entropy says y log of, okay, what it is, चलो इसको ऐसा लिखते हैं, y भी नहीं, don't write it like this. So it is px log of, what it is, 1 minus, is it 1 minus qx minus of 1 minus px log of qx, or let me correct the formula, px log of qx and 1 minus px log of 1 minus qx. Okay, fine. So what is px? What is the case right now? Px. What is Px? P is the distribution of actual. So अभी एक्चुअल में क्या है? एप्पल है. तो px की वैल्यू क्या है? व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ px? 1. व्हाट इज qx? व्हाट इज qx? 0.8. एप्पल की प्रोबेबिलिटी कितनी बोल रहा है वो? मॉडल कितनी बोल रहा है? 0.8. ठीक है, माइनस लगाओ. हियर ऑल्सो पुट माइनस. 1 minus px, so that is 1 minus 1, that is 0. Dot log of 1 minus qx, यानी 1 minus 0.8, that is 0.2. Okay, so compare this formula with what I have written here. अभी एक्चुअल में p का वैल्यू 1, मॉडल प्रिडिक्टेड 0.8, that's what I have written here. Okay, px log of qx, p is 1, q is 0.8, minus of 1 minus px, that means what is the probability of banana? What is the, it's 0 right now. In actual it is 0. And what the model predicted? 0.2. Okay, so here I am writing 0.2, 0 into log of 0.2. So this will become 0. Because of this 0, it will become 0. So your answer is minus 1 log of 0.8. Okay, you can say log to the base 2. So whatever be the value of log 2.8, that will come as an answer multiplied by 1, and minus sign is there. I think that log of 0.8 will be also negative. So negative, negative, the final answer will something come as positive. That is the answer for binary cross entropy. So the losses will be calculated by this formula. Okay, which I have written. By this formula, loss will be calculated. And Adam optimizer will help in reducing the loss, and accuracy will be monitored. Okay, accuracy will be monitored. That's what I have mentioned in the compile, model.compile. Calculate the loss in this way, formula I have mentioned. Perform the optimization, that means adjust the weight and the bias so that the loss can be reduced. And every time you have to check the accuracy, you have to monitor the accuracy, that whether it is increasing or decreasing. We wish accuracy should have to be increased, and losses should have to be decreased. That's what we want. Okay, then I printed model summary, and we were also doing a discussion that how this parameter 144 came into the picture. And that was quite simple. Previously, I think you might have a difficulty, but now it's quite clear how 144 came. 16 neurons you are available in the first dense layer. Inputs you are giving 8. So what will be the total number of neurons present after the multiplication with the input? This what is the output? So 8 into 16. How much it is? 6 8s are 48. 2 4, sorry. So 8 ones are 8 plus 4, that is 124, plus 16 bias is also there. Okay, every neuron is accompanied by one bias. So total will be how much? 128 plus 16. So that will be 144. Okay, so this is the calculation. 144. That's what you got. And then what will be the output which we are going to get from this dense layer? यहाँ से कितना आउटपुट मिलेगा मुझे? How much output I am going to get from this dense layer? I am having 16 neurons here. 16. I am having 16 neurons here. and my next layer is having how much neurons? Please check, kindly check. 32 neurons your next layer is having. तो 32 है, यहां पर 16 है, यहां पर 32 है. तो ये जो 16 है, the 16, it will give input to each and every neuron present in the next layer. Okay, that's what it will do. Okay, so every neuron of this will give input to the every neuron of other layer. So that will be 16 into 32 plus how many bias are there? Obviously 32. As many as the number of neurons, as many as bias are there. So 16 into 32 plus 32. Can you please tell me how much it is? 16 into 32. What will be the result? And what will be the final result here which we will achieve? Okay. So 16 into 32, the answer is 512. Plus you have to do 32. So that will be 544. Okay, and check the result. 544. Now 32 neurons are present. Next layer is having 64. So you very well understand. 32 into 64 plus 64. This will be the number of parameters. You can see 2112 and so on. Now I am reducing the number of neurons. So result will automatically get reduced. At the final, I am having 33 parameters. Okay, so the total number of parameters will be 144 plus 544 plus 2112 plus 2080 plus 33 4913. These are the total parameters. Out of them, all the parameters which I am taking are trainable in nature. None of the parameter is not trainable. I am making each and every parameter trainable. I am not introducing anything here in between which will make a neuron neutral for a case. Okay, here every neuron is trainable. Fine. So 4913. Non trainable 0. Now you understood the maths. Okay, none means the batch size. Right now, there is nothing. Okay, and then what can be done? I'm going to run this. Okay, once it is compiled, now you can run the code. Okay, so that was the basic architecture development of artificial neural network. Here I am making a regression code for you, then I will tell you classification code also. All right, fine. So as we know that in supervised machine learning, we are having regression and classification both. Okay, supervised means labeled data. Okay, so you can perform regression, classification both. Regression means where target is continuous in nature. Classification means where target is categorical in nature. Here I am going to present a code for you, regression code. That means it's quite clear that my target is continuous in nature. And the kind of data which I'm going to take here is California housing data. Okay. So how I proceeded to this problem? I took TensorFlow. As usual, I have to. Then I took sequential because I need to make a sequential model. Then I took dense because I'm going to add the dense layers. Then I took a predefined dataset which is present in sklearn. Okay, this is again a base library for machine learning problems. Okay, sklearn or scikit-learn, whatever you want to say, you can. So this is again like TensorFlow. Na? Sklearn is a base library for machine learning problems. TensorFlow we do take for deep learning. Sklearn is for machine learning. Okay. So here in sklearn, I am already having benchmark data sets. There are many data sets which are available in sklearn. For example, here I am picking California. Fetch California housing data. It's just like in house price prediction. Okay. So I'm taking this data. Then I'm going to train, test, split my data. That means some portion of the data I will keep for training, some portion I will keep for the testing. Okay. And then I'm going to train my model. Uh, yes, any doubt, please let me know. Okay, you can ping me anytime, है ना? Intermediate when I'm teaching, na, you can stop me and you can ask your query anytime. Okay, and then I'm picking one more library that is standard scaler. See, every model or algorithm do have some norms. You can't feed data to them directly. There is some rule that you have to pre-process data in such a way that that model or algorithm accept such kind of data. Okay, in machine learning also there is a criteria, there is a rule that you have to transform data in that particular format. Then you can give that data to the model for training. In case of machine learning algorithms, every algorithm is having their own criteria. Most of the criteria are common in nature. However, if we talk about deep learning here, deep learning says that you kindly scale your data, then give it to me. Don't give directly, scale it. That is the reason I am taking one library that is called a standard scaler. Okay, and what is the maths behind standard scaler? X minus nu upon sigma. This is the maths behind standard scaler, where nu is the mean, sigma is the standard deviation. Okay, so deep learning says that kindly scale the data, then give it to me. Don't give it directly, because you may have data or you may have a feature values which are some are big, some are small, any kind of values you are having. I want them to be converted in a standard scale, and then you please give it to me. It will be easier or convenient for me to process it, to train it. And obviously I am having activation function also that will further uh, convert it into a certain range. मेरे को आसान होगा. Okay, that will be easier. Okay, so if you are having a data like this, let us suppose this is your data, housing data of California. You are having a feature as a balcony, bathroom, then square feet, and this is the price of house. Okay, so balcony, okay, one balcony, 0, 2, 0, 1. Bathrooms, okay, two bathrooms are there, one bathroom is there, two, then two bathrooms, three bathrooms are there. Square feet, for example, 1000, then 1000, 1500, then 1500, then 2000. This is the square feet. That is the area on which the house is built. So these are the number of bathrooms, balcony, and the area of a house, and this is the price of the house. For example, you can take any price, 10 crore or 20 crores or something in their, just convert it into the USD, million, 10 million, 20 million. Okay, somehow what you can take, 25 million, 30 million. Okay, 30 million, something is the price of the house. Okay, now it is saying that I am having balcony as one of the feature, bathroom as one of the feature, square feet as one of the feature, and price as a target. So if you are building a neural network, you have to give them as an input. Okay, x1, x2, x3, they will be supplied to a layer, neural network layer. That will be the input layer, where you are having neurons present on it. So every x1 will be supplied to every neuron, every x2 is supplied to every neuron. Okay, and so on. This will happen. And so on. You are going to add further more layers, further more layers. Depends what kind of architecture you are making. Okay. So scaling data. Before submitting data to the layers, to the neurons, you have to scale the data. Scale means find the mean. What is the mean of balcony? Let us suppose new one. What is the mean of bathrooms? New two. What is the mean of square feet? What is the mean of price? Just find the mean. New 3, new 4. Find the standard deviation also. Sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3, sigma 4. And then if you have to scale the data, so balcony will be scaled as whatever be the values of balcony, 1 minus nu 1 upon sigma 1. This will be the scaled value. अब ये डेटा सेट चेंज हो जाएगा. Now this data set will be having scaled values. Okay. Balcony, bathroom, square feet, and the price. ये scaled value होगी. 1 minus nu 1 upon sigma 1. Then 0 minus nu 1 upon sigma 1. 2 minus nu 1 upon sigma 1. 3 minus, sorry, 0 minus nu 1 upon sigma 1, and so on. So nu is the mean, sigma is the standard deviation. Standard deviation means, what is standard deviation? Again, statistical. Okay, it's a statistical value. We are having in statistics variance and standard deviation. Variance means, again, it's a distribution of data. Distribution of data. That means how far a data point is present from its mean. That is called as a variance. How far a point is present far from its mean. If the number of layers depending upon the features of the data. Yes, madam. Actually, we have to check out that how much bigger our data is. So correspondingly, we will make our architecture. Okay, if your data set is less, then don't make a complex model, complex architecture. Okay, you can add few layers, few neurons, that is fine. But if your data set is huge, okay, so in that particular case, you have to build up architecture which is having good number of layers, good number of neurons. Okay, so depending upon the data, you have to build up the architecture, because our goal here is to make a neural network learn. Okay, so if you think that my data is big, and it is not fair enough to make it a small architecture for its learning. So you can increase the number of layers, you can increase the number of neurons. The point will be, it will become a bit complex. If you increase the layer, if you increase the neurons, model will become complex because the number of computations will also increase in that particular case. So getting solution will take a bit time if you increase the layers and if you increase the number of neurons. So you have to check your data first, how much bigger it is. If the data is small, then and if you think that it can be solved by a small architecture, then you can build up a small architecture, else you have to build a big architecture. Okay, it's up to you. That's a uh, sense of mind you have to apply. Okay, fine. All right. Now, so I was talking about variance. Variance is the distribution of the data, or in general, we can say how far a data point is present from its mean. For example, this is a point A. This is a mean of the distribution of data. So, how far this point from the mean, that is called as a variance. So, x minus nu, that is the variance. Okay, that means the distance of a point from the mean, that is called as a variance. And square root of variance is standard deviation. Okay, square root of variance is standard deviation. So according to the formula standard scalar, we are taking x minus nu upon sigma. You have to scale your data. Okay, then only you have to give it to the model. Okay, for the training purpose. So that's the reason I have included a library standard scalar. Then I'm going to take California housing data. Okay, I'm going to load it first actually. This is how I'm going to load the data. Okay, because it is present in sklearn data sets, so I'm going to load my data. Okay, and this will take the features which are present in the data, and this will take the target variable which is present in the data. So, for example, this will take x1, x2, x3, and this will take y. Okay, so data means your training features, target means y. Okay, fine. And then we can perform. Okay, once you are having the features and the target, now you are having features. Okay, you are having x and you are having y. Okay, so x means data, y means targets. Okay, this is data and this is target. Okay, now you can split your this x and y into training and testing. Why? What is the reason? Listen to me. Here is the complete data. Okay, here is the complete data. You have to split this data into training and the testing, because with training you are going to train your model. With training data you will train your model, and with testing you are going to test your model once your model got trained. That's what you have to do. Okay, so if your data is having a entry of about 100, let us suppose, I will take 80 entries for the training and 20 for the testing. That means I will train my model with this amount of data, and once it got trained, then I will use this data to test whether my model is trained properly or not. So training a model with this 80% of the data means I'm going to expose my data to the model. I'm going to give this data to the model. I'm exposing this data to the model. I'm giving this data to the model so that model, Mr. Model, please get trained over this data. So model will try to learn and capture the relationship or dependencies present in the features. Once model got trained, then I will use this 20% of the data which is not exposed to the model, which is not seen by the model. That is why it is called as unseen data. Okay, because I need to evaluate the model, मैं बोलूंगा मॉडल भैया आपको हमने 80% से ट्रेन करा, दिस मच डेटा वी गेव यू फॉर द ट्रेनिंग, अब हमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि आप सीख गए हो. ओके, you learned because we have trained you with 80% of the data. अब भाई हम आपको 20% ऑफ द डेटा देते हैं जो आपने नहीं देखा. ओके, यू हैवंट सीन दिस डेटा. अब हमें बताओ कि तुमने जो सीखा है वो सही सीखा है या नहीं सीखा. दैट मीन्स नाउ टेल अस whether you have learned correctly or not. Kindly give the results on 20%. We'll see. If you give good results on 20%, that means unseen data, we will say, huh, now my model is okay. Model has learned properly. But if the model is unable to give good results, that means there is an issue. That model has not learned properly. Okay, so here I'm going to split my data. Test size is 20%. That's what I've shown you. So test size 20 means training is 80. Straightforward. Random state 42 means the distribution of the data will remain constant. That means if I run this code one time, two time, 10 time, 20 time, 30 time, 40 time, 100 time, 200 time, 1000 time, I'm going to get the same scores. 42 रैंडम स्टेट बताऊं क्या करेगा, उसको फिक्स कर देगा डेटा जो स्प्लिट हुआ. The splitting of the data will be made fixed by random state. You can take random state 0, you can take random state 1, you can take random state 2, but you know every time when you run this code you will get the different set of accuracies. That is an issue. But if you take random state 42, okay, it will fix the distribution of the data. And if you run this code as many as times possible, वो आपको सेम एक्यूरेसी देगा, सेम स्कोर देगा वो आपको. करके देख लेना.
सर
You can do this thing. Yes, handsome boy, please.
सर ये जो रैंडमनेस इज इक्वल टू 42 है,
हाँ.
अगर इसको ऐसा बोले कि अगर मेरे डेटा के अंदर 1000 रोज है,
हाँ.
तो जो मेरा ट्रेनिंग और टेस्ट में स्प्लिट होगा,
हाँ.
तो उसमें लेट्स से 800 रोज में ट्रेनिंग में
हाँ.
डाल रहा हूँ,
हाँ.
200
हाँ.
टेस्ट में डाल रहा हूँ,
हाँ. हाँ.
तो वो 800 रोज में फिक्स कर रहा हूँ अगर मतलब
हाँ. हाँ,
रैंडम से
वही वही
42 है,
वही
इसलिए
वही
मेरा
वही है जस वही है. अंडरस्टैंडिंग
ओके
तुम्हारी यही बन रही कि 800 विल रिमेन द फिक्स. ओके,
ओके
क्योंकि यदि
ओके
रैंडमली चेंज होता रहेगा डेटा पॉइंट्स, तो मॉडल विल वन वंस ट्रेन इट विल गिव सम रिजल्ट, अनदर ट्रेन इट विल गिव अनदर रिजल्ट. वो क्या होता है कि ऑब्वियसली इफ द डेटा गेट चेंज्ड, okay, so parameter values will also get changed correspondingly. Okay, so every time you are going to get the
यस
new
सर
scores. Okay, but here if you fix the random state 42, okay, try this thing from your side. करके देखना, आपको लगेगा. आप रैंडम स्टेट की वैल्यू चेंज करना, 10 कर देना, 11 कर देना. ओके, और फिर 42, फिर 42 करना, एंड 42 वाली कोड को कई बार रन करना और देखना स्कोर चेंज हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा. नहीं होगा.
ओके सर
ओके, हाँ, बाकी दूसरों पे चेंज हो जाएगा.
ठीक है सर
ओके, सो ये कर दिया. आई डिवाइडेड माई डेटा इनटू ट्रेन टेस्ट for x and y, एंड देन आई एम गोइंग टू गिव एक्सट्रेन एंड द एक्सट्रेस, दैट मीन्स द फीचर्स, है ना, जो मेरी ट्रेनिंग फीचर्स है ना, उसको स्केल करना है मुझे. आई विल गिव दिस फीचर्स इन अ स्केल्ड फॉर्मेट. मुझे स्केल करके देना है. स्केल आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू व्हाट इज स्केलिंग. ओके, व्हाट इज स्केलिंग आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड इन माय एक्सप्लेनेशन. ये काम करना है मुझे. ओके, हियर इज द फॉर्मूला, x minus nu upon sigma. Okay, now check the code what I have written. Standard scalar, and I am writing scalar dot fit underscore transform x underscore train. Fit underscore transform x train, यानी जो ये x train वैल्यू है इसको स्केल करो. What do you mean by fit underscore transform? Fit underscore transform means calculate the value of mean and standard deviation for this data. That's what fit underscore transform means. Okay. So you have to calculate the mean and the standard deviation, and then you have to apply this formula, x minus nu upon sigma. See, that is done internally. Okay, that is already done internally. I am telling you what is happening behind the story. So this is what it means by fit underscore transform. तो मीन और स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन निकालो, एवरी पॉइंट में से सब्ट्रैक्ट करो, वो स्केल हो जाएगा. तो एक्सट्रेन में ये करने का, आप चाहो तो एक्सटेस्ट में भी कर सकते हो फिट अंडरस्कोर ट्रांसफॉर्म, लेकिन करेंगे नहीं. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू दैट. इन केस ऑफ एक्सटेस्ट वी जस्ट ओनली टेक स्केलर डॉट ट्रांसफॉर्म एक्स अंडरस्कोर टेक्स्ट, यानी कि जो मीन और डेविएशन है ना वो वही पुराने वाले ले लेंगे और इसको बस वैसे ही करेंगे. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू दैट. करते नहीं है नॉर्मली. बस एक्सट्रेन का जो डेविएशन होता है, मीन होता है, वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इट हियर ऑल्सो, जहां तक मैं समझ पा रहा हूं. Okay, so this will be the scaled data, and then now you can make your architecture model sequential, make a dense layer 64 neuron activation ReLU input shape. Now in the above code I told you that input dim is equal to it, that is the input dimension is equal to it. Here I am taking input shape. Okay, see, check input shape equal to xtrain dot shape 1 comma then rounded brackets. Okay, this is what I'm taking. In general, this is the only way or the better way which you do take for the inputs. Okay, so xtrain dot shape 1, what does it mean? Shape 1, what is this shape 1? See, I am having xtrain as a training data. Okay, this is a training data. If I print xtrain dot shape, if I print this thing, so it will give me the number of rows and number of columns which are present in the data. वो ये देगा, shape ये देगा, number of rows and number of columns present in the data. जहां पर ये जो रो है दिस इज प्रेजेंट एट द 0th इंडेक्स, और ये जो कॉलम है दिस इज प्रेजेंट एट द 1th इंडेक्स. ऐसा है. तो हम कह रहे हैं यहां पे कि भाई एक्स ट्रेन डॉट शेप 1 यानी जितने नंबर ऑफ कॉलम है उतना इनपुट होना चाहिए. That's what we are saying. As many as number of columns present in the data, that is the input we are going to take. Okay, so if in your data set you are having this much number of columns, okay, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, so input shape will be 5. Okay, and these are the number of rows. तो मेरे को रोज से लेना नहीं है. रोज आई कैन गिव एनी. Column numbers will be defined as a number of inputs. So this will be x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Number of columns 5. That's what I'm saying. Take the input shape as the number of columns. X underscore train dot shape 1 means columns, number of columns. That's what I'm telling to take in the shape. Okay, so one dense layer was 64 neurons, and whatever be the shape of the data, okay, that will be taken. That means the number of features which are present in the California housing, that will be taken. Okay, and if you want to see, for example, let me run this code. Ye run kara. Let me run this thing also. Okay, and let us check the number of features, name of the features. Okay, so here I'm going to print the name of the features also. Okay, so let's print the number of features if this code works. Let's see. Okay, have I run this thing also? Let me run this first and then run. Data feature names. Okay, it's saying that object has no feature names. Okay, data dot feature. Okay, not having the feature names. That means I can't run this thing with the feature names. Okay, we check out another way how to print the feature names. All right, so if I take data, okay, fine. It's not printing the feature names in this way. If I print the data, okay, if I print the data, it will give all the values present in the features. This will give in a way of array. ये जो डेटा है ये अरे के फॉर्मेट में दे रहा है वो. So it's saying that feature names यहाँ available नहीं है. I just thought that in this particular way can we print the feature names, but it's not been there. Okay. Well, anyways, okay. What is the California then? What do you mean by California then? You have loaded the data into the California. So what does this California means? California. Okay. What does it means now? Here it is. This is the entire data. California. Okay. Here it is. Here are feature names. So I think California dot feature names will work. Okay. In this particular set of code which I have taken, okay, Control C, and here I put it instead of data. Now let me take California. California. Okay, so here it is. This will work. So these are the feature names. Okay, MEDINC, house age, average rooms, average bedrooms, population, average occupation, latitude, longitude. These are the feature names. And what is the target then? Okay, what is the target? We can also print the target. Okay, ये California. Okay, and hmm, the target name is Medhouse Well. Okay, so here it is. Okay, California, California dot. Okay, let me take target names. Control C, then put it here. Okay, and let me print it. Okay, Medhouse. Medhouse Well. मतलब value or no, okay, the price or whatever you want to say. So these are the feature names, and this is the target name. Okay, and that's what we have taken. Data means features, these, and target name, that is this one. This is the target. Okay, that's what I have taken. Okay, so fine. Here is my architecture, and in my architecture, I want to do something. This is a regression problem, and relu activation function will convert the values into zero. जो नेगेटिव होता है उनको जीरो में करता है, लेकिन यहाँ पर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस वी विल बी नॉट हैविंग एनी नेगेटिव वैल्यू. आई डोंट थिंक सो. द काइंड ऑफ ओके, इट मे हैपन दैट लैटिट्यूड लॉन्गिट्यूड में जीरो हो सकता है, हो सकता है लैटिट्यूड लॉन्गिट्यूड में माइनस वैल्यू हो सकता है. तो माइनस विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू जीरो बाय वैल्यू, क्योंकि नेगेटिव हो सकता है लैटिट्यूड लॉन्गिट्यूड. दिस इज द लोकेशन ना. लैटिट्यूड लॉन्गिट्यूड विल शो द लोकेशन ऑफ अ हाउस. तो माइनस होता है ना, -2 डिग्री, एंड दैट इज पॉसिबल ऑन द मैप. ओके, और रैलू में दोगे तो रैलू उसको जीरो कर देगा, नेगेटिव वाले को. ठीक है. तो इनिशियली, क्योंकि आर्टिफिशियल न्यूरल नेटवर्क है, इनिशियली आई विल टेक रेलू, एंड यहां पर एक डेंस लेयर और है, रेलू. एंड इन दिस फाइनल डेंस लेयर, what I'm thinking that I supposed to take activation equal to linear. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, activation equal to linear, because we are doing a regression problem, so activation function will be linear. That's what I'm thinking. Linear activation function means, what does it mean? Yeah, linear activation function.
linearly increase.
Okay, just a line. So because it is a regression problem, I am thinking that linear ही ले लो आखिरी layer पे. So in the input layer, I am having ReLU. In the intermediate layer, that is one hidden layer, I am having ReLU. But at the final layer, I am having a linear activation function. Okay. So let me restart. That means rerun the code. This is my taking the libraries. This is my taking the data. This is the California data. This is the feature names. This is the target name. This is how I splitted my data. Okay, this is how I scaled my data. This is my sequential model. Okay, this is my model architecture. This is the optimizer. Here I am taking compilation optimizer Adam. Loss is MSC, mean square error. This is not a classification problem. This is a regression problem. And in case of regression, the losses will be calculated as MSC or MAE, mean square error or mean absolute error. Mean square error means, mean square error. What is the error in case of regression? In case of regression, the error is predicted minus actual. That means how far a predicted point is from the actual point. This is the error in case of regression. And we are taking MSE, mean square error. That means YP minus YA is error. Square it, square it, take the mean of it, and put the square root on of it. Square root on it. This is MSC, mean square error. Okay, mean square error. We are having mean absolute error also, where we just have to take the absolute value of YP minus YA. That's it. This is the formula for MAE. Here I am taking MSC, mean square error. तो वो रिग्रेशन में, लीनियर रिग्रेशन में, व्हेन आई डू टीच द मशीन लर्निंग, तो मशीन लर्निंग में यही होता है, यही पढ़ाते हैं, MSC, मीन स्क्वायर एरर, टू इवेल्युएट अ मॉडल. ओके, फाइन. ये हुआ. तो ध्यान रखिएगा, एन मैट्रिक्स MAE ओनली, MAE ले रहा हूं मैं. इन ऑर्डर टू इवेल्युएट आई एम टेकिंग MAE मैट्रिक्स, मीन एब्सोल्यूट एरर. दिस इज द मैट्रिक्स आई एम टेकिंग. तो लॉसेस ऐसे कैलकुलेट होंगे. दिस इज हाउ आई एम गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द लॉस. ये optimizer Adam will be there. Okay, it doesn't matter that you are doing a classification problem, it doesn't matter you are doing a regression problem, optimizer will be Adam. Errors will change. For regression, this is the error. For classification, binary classification, binary cross entropy. ठीक है, तो लॉस चेंज होगा, ऑप्टिमाइजर चेंज नहीं होगा. ओके, वो एडम रखा है मैंने. ठीक है. एंड ऑल्सो metrics can will be accuracy in case of classification. Okay, and in case of regression we are having MAE. Okay, फाइन. ये कर दिया, कंपाइल कर दिया, और बस ट्रेन कर दो. हिस्ट्री इज इक्वल टू मॉडल डॉट फिट एक्स ट्रेन वाई ट्रेन. ये ट्रेनिंग डेटा दे दिया. मॉडल डॉट फिट, वी आर गोइंग टू फिट द डेटा इनटू द मॉडल. ये मॉडल है, ये इसके अंदर डेटा को फिट करना है, दैट मीन्स यू आर गोइंग टू गिव इनपुट द डेटा टू द मॉडल फॉर द ट्रेनिंग पर्पस. 100 times I'm going to iterate my model. It's up to you how many times you want to iterate. Epos means iteration, number of times you are going to train the model. And obviously it's not a one time go, okay, because if you train your model for the one time, okay, it's not a fair learning process. You have to train your model, you have to make a model to learn from for multiple times, so that its weight and the bias can be adjusted properly. Okay, so 100 times I'm taking, it's up to you. You can take 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, 100 times, where you think that is required. Validation split, that means from training also I'm splitting the data 20% more. ऐसा होता है ये. You know about the validation split? Do you have any idea about validation? This is my data
So
initially.
cross validation.
Yes. हाँ वो एक मिनट. This is my data. Total 100% था. Then I divided my data into 80 and 20. That means 80 for the training and 20 for the testing. वैलिडेशन में यही डेटा 80 वाला ये तो खत्म समझो. अभी ट्रेनिंग, अभी ये तो बाद में यूज होगा एट द एंड, वंस योर मॉडल गॉट ट्रेन्ड, ये बाद में होगा. वैलिडेशन में दिस 80 is further divided into 20 and 60. That's what I have mentioned here. That means 20% of the data I will take for the validation. अब ये क्वेश्चन है 20%. भाई 80 का 20% कितना होगा ये देखो आप. पहले तो देखो what is the 20% of 80. 2 5s are 10, 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 5, then how much? ये 80 है तो 30 बचा, 5 6 are 30. तो 80 में से 16% है, 16% होगा वैलिडेशन में, एंड 64% ट्रेनिंग में जाएगा. Okay, I am taking 20% of the data from training as a validation. So what does validation means? See, during training, now listen to me very carefully. During training, जब ट्रेनिंग चल रही है उसी समय, एट द सेम टाइम, ड्यूरिंग ट्रेनिंग एट द सेम टाइम, आई विल बी वैलिडेटिंग माई मॉडल. मतलब मैं उसमें कुछ पोर्शन ट्रेनिंग का अलग कर दिया मैंने उसमें से, and I'm going to put it in the train during training of the model to check whether the model training is getting proper or not. Okay, that is what happening here. That's a validation data. Validation split means during training only, model is getting trained over 64% of the data, and at the same time you are putting 16% of the data in the model which is getting trained to check कि भाई ये तू ढंग से ट्रेन हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. जैसे कि आई एम टीचिंग यू राइट नाउ, let us take an example. I am teaching you right now, and in the class I will be asking some questions to you, that whatever I taught you learned or not. समझ में आया कि नहीं आया, तो भाई मैं क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा ना आपसे. और ये जो टेस्ट डेटा है, ये तो भाई जो तुम्हारी पूरी क्लास हो जाएगी, when your complete course is over, then I will take your test. ये वो वाला डेटा. लेकिन वैलिडेशन वाला वो वाला डेटा है जो भाई मैं आपसे क्लास में पूछूंगा कि आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा, आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग और नॉट. दैट इज द वैलिडेशन डेटा. ये क्वेश्चन करूंगा आपसे, मैं कम से कम देखूं तो सही कि आपकी पढ़ाई ठीक चल रही कि नहीं चल रही, मैं समझा रहा हूं तो आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा. दैट इज द वैलिडेशन. ओके फाइन, ये बात है. सो ईपो 1/100, 413/413. सर ये 413/413 ये क्या है? व्हाट इज दिस 413? व्हाट इज दिस 413? अगेन अ क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज 413? आपने ओके 43 हो गया. लेट मी रन दिस कोड. इसको भी करा, जस्ट अ सेकेंड. x_train.shape. 16512, 8. These are the number of rows present in the X train, and 8 is the number of features which are present in the X train. And in Y train, you will be having this much number of rows. If you want to print Y train also, Y underscore train dot shape, this will be the number of rows present in the Y train. क्योंकि ये तो टारगेट है ना, इसमें तो एक ही फीचर, ओनली वन फीचर इज देयर, दैट इज द टारगेट. हियर आई एम हैविंग 8 फीचर्स. Okay. Now the question is, sir, how 413 came? What is the way that 413 came? So do one thing. 16512. Actually, here I haven't divided my data into batch. करा नहीं मैंने कि देखो भाई मेरे पास 16,512 रोज हैं और 8 कॉलम हैं. Okay, 16512. This much are the number of rows present in my data, and 8 columns are present in my data. I haven't divided this data into batch. नहीं करा मैंने उसको बैच में डिवाइड. करना चाहिए था, कर सकता था. तो वो भाई क्या करेगा, ऑटोमेटिकली बैच बना लेगा. ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल डिवाइड द डेटा इनटू बैच. करेगा कुछ ऐसे ही करेगा. और जहां तक मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है, 413, ये जो है 413, you do one thing. 16512, okay, 16512 divided by 413, the answer is 39.9 or 40. Okay, if I divide this by 413, the answer is coming as 40. That means it has by default divided the data into 40 parts. उसने खुद से कर दिया, डेटा के टुकड़े कर दिए 40. मतलब 40 बैच बना दी. डिवाइडेड डेटा इनटू 40 बैचेस, ऐसा जो है. चलो ठीक है. हियर you can define batch size from your side. Batch underscore size equal to 32, for example. That means this complete data 16512 will be divided into batches, and every batch, okay, that means 32, every batch will be comprises of 32 data points. Understand what I'm trying to say? समझिए मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूं. I am saying that this is the amount of data, 16,512. I want to divide this data into batch, and a size of a batch, that means I'm picking 32 points in every batch. So how many batches I can make with this particular data? 16,512 divided by 32. Do this thing. करिए. 16512 divided by 32, the answer is 516. The answer is 516. अब देखिएगा. नाउ सी, if I run this code, तो यहां पर मुझे 516 दिखना चाहिए, because I divided this amount of data in a batch, and every batch is having 32 data points. So how many batches will be there for 16,502? It's a simple maths. So 16512 divided by 32, that will be the number of batches, and I need to train my model on every batch of data. That's what I need to do. Let me check. Let me run the code. अभी भी 413 दे रहा है. अच्छा, वो इसलिए कर दिया आपने कि भाई वैलिडेशन स्प्लिट और ये करा था ना. वेट अ मिनट, अभी भी रुको, रुक रुक रुक, लेट मी स्टॉप इट. कुछ और मैथ्स करना रह गई. सम मोर मैथ्स इज लेफ्ट. क्या मैथ्स रह गई देखो. ये तो एक्सट्रेन का शेप था. ठीक है, दिस इज एक्सट्रेन शेप. ओके, यू गॉट द एक्सट्रेन का शेप था. ओके. ओके, वेट, कहाँ गया? हाँ, ये रहा. हाँ, ये एक्सट्रेन का शेप, और यही तो दिया है मैंने. बैच साइज 32 दिया. वैलिडेशन स्प्लिट इसमें 0.2 था. यानी ट्रेन में भी तुमने 20% ऑफ द डेटा, तो इतना ये है 16512. कुछ मैथ्स रह गया. 16512 में से 20% ऑफ द डेटा आपने वैलिडेशन के लिए हटा चुके हो. ओके, दैट यू हैव रिमूव्ड फॉर द validation. So 20 upon 100, that will be 1 upon 5, or 16512 divided by 5. Okay, let me do this maths. 16512. Okay, 16512 divided by 5. The answer is 3302.4. 3302.4. This much data you have taken out from 16,512. निकाल दिया आपने. तो आपके पास ट्रेनिंग में कितना है अभी? हाउ मच यू आर हैविंग इन ट्रेनिंग? सो 16,512 minus 3302.4. you are having you are having 13,209.6. इतना डेटा है आपके पास ट्रेनिंग में. इसको राउंड ऑफ कर देता हूं. 13,210. दिस मच डेटा यू आर अवेलेबल विद द ट्रेनिंग. इतना है. अब मैंने इसको बोला कि इतने को मुझे 32 की बैच में स्प्लिट करना है. That means I'm going to divide this data into batches, and every batch should have 32 points. So ऐसी कितनी बैच बनेगी? So 13,210 divided 13,210 by 32. Answer is 412.81. 412.81 राउंड ऑफ करोगे तो 413 होगा. और देख लो, ये देखो, ऐसा आया कैलकुलेशन. 413. नाउ यू कैन रन द कोड. 413. सो यू शुड बी नोइंग, अरे भाई ये 413 आया कहां से? फ्रॉम वेयर यू गॉट द 413? दैट मीन्स यू हैव डिवाइडेड योर डेटा इनटू बैच, and size of every batch is 32. So there are 413 in total batches. ऑल्सो रिमेंबर वन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, आपने अपना डेटा को स्प्लिट भी कर दिया था, वैलिडेशन कर दिया था. वो मैंने पहले, मेरे को अचानक से ध्यान आया कि यार वैलिडेशन भी तो कर दिया था. ये इतना 3000 का डेटा तो अलग कर दिया, तो मेरे पास 13,000 बचा है. उसको डिवाइड करो 32 से, तो 413 आएगा. ओके, फाइन. दिस इज हाउ यू आर गेटिंग 413. And these are the losses. 0.29. This is mean absolute error. ठीक है. And you, okay, this is validation loss. Okay, so that I will explain tomorrow. I know that there are थोड़ा सा heavy तो नहीं है, आसान है, but okay, I will again repeat it. So here, this is the training loss and this is the validation loss. Okay, fine. अब ये पूरा 100 इटरेशन तक चलेगा. All the losses will be calculated. Okay, good that you guys stayed with me to learn these things. Okay, it's very much important. These are the basics of deep learning. You should be knowing how these values are coming. You should be knowing. So 3 millisecond per step. That means it has to take 413. Every batch needs to be solved. पूरी 413 batch solve होगी. And these are the steps. So 3 millisecond it is taking to solve a step. Okay, and these are the losses: 0.24, 0.23, 0.24, 0.24. Okay, what I mean is कि लॉस कम होना चाहिए ट्रेनिंग का. ओके, अभी 24, 0.23, 2360, 0.2334, थोड़ा सा बढ़ रहा है, थोड़ा सा घट रहा है, थोड़ा सा ऐसा चल रहा है. ओके, लेट्स सी. ओके, लेट्स सी. ट्रेनिंग is still going on. 93 तक पहुंच गए हैं, 94, 95, 96, ओके, 97, फाइन, 98, 99 एंड 100। ओके, यस आदित्य, आज द क्वेश्चन। हो गया ट्रेनिंग।
Hello, sir.
यस।
Sir, we are giving the batch size 32. It means the 32 data are processing in a parallel, or these 32 data are processing one by one, then go for next batch like that.
हाँ हाँ, बैच वाइज हो रहा है वो, नॉट इन अ पैरेलल, बैच वाइज।
Means in a batch, the 32 data points
हाँ,
are
32 डेटा
processing in
पॉइंट,
a
दिस इज द,
parallel.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, यस, दिस इज अ 32 डेटा पॉइंट्स। ओके, टोटल 413 बैचेस वर मेड।
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so 413 batches were made for 13,000 data, and every batch is having 32 data points. Okay, that's what is happening. Okay, yes, ask the question.
Sir, can we visualize these all? Is
Sir,
there any
sir, this is the way which
mechanism?
you can visualize, sir. Whatever be the losses
No,
are
sir,
coming.
that batch size I am asking, sir. This is fine, sir.
Sir,
Batch
batch
size.
is fine, sir. Batch size that we have fixed, sir. There's nothing
There's
more than
no
that.
visualization. Like,
No, 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 sir, no.
okay, how about, okay, fine, sir.
Okay, so that is now
Thank you.
fixed. 32 means 32, 413 means 413. That numbers are fixed. Okay, and during training, the thing which is happening is the adjustment of the weights. Okay, that we'll see in a numerical, that how the weights are adjusted. So your training ho gaya, sir. This is the complete training done. And in order to visualize the result, we can visualize the result in this way. That, okay, once the training is done, now you can calculate the error. That what is the mean absolute error and what is the loss. Okay, what is the training loss and what is the MAE? That's what we can see. So the mean absolute error is 0.35. The error which is coming in the training, okay, that is MAE. That means predicted एंड एक्चुअल का जो डिफरेंस आ रहा है, मीन डिफरेंस आ रहा है, मीन डिफरेंस बिटवीन प्रिडिक्शन एंड द एक्चुअल इज कमिंग एज 0.3। कम है काफी, अच्छी बात है। ओके, दैट्स गुड। दिस इज द लॉस। ओके, 0.2822 ये ट्रेनिंग का है ना? सॉरी, अभी ये टेस्टिंग का आया। सॉरी, अभी तो अपन ने टेस्टिंग पे चेक करा ना, मॉडल को इवेल्युएट तो टेस्ट डेटा पे करा, तो टेस्ट का है ये। दिस इज द टेस्ट लॉस एंड दिस इज द टेस्ट एरर। ओके, टेस्ट लॉस एंड द टेस्ट एरर, और यही मैंने प्रिंट करा है। दिस इज अ टेस्ट एरर, क्योंकि ट्रेनिंग डेटा पे तो ट्रेन हो गया, अब टेस्ट पे इवेल्युएट करना था। सो दिस इज टेस्ट लॉस एंड टेस्ट एरर। ओके, तो लॉस कैसे कैलकुलेट करा था मैंने? एमएसई से। वहां पर क्या फॉर्मूला लगाया? इन ऑर्डर टू कैलकुलेट द लॉस, द फॉर्मूला आई अप्लाइड इज yp माइनस ya का होल स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई n का रूट, ये लगाया है एमएससी पर। तो इसने जो लॉस निकाला है, वट एवर द लॉस इट गेव, दैट इज करस्पॉन्डिंग टू दैट फॉर्मूला, दैट इज कमिंग 0.2822। और जो एरर आ रहा है, दैट इज 0.3536, दैट इज करस्पॉन्ड टू yp माइनस ya का एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू। ये MAE है, ये MSE है, ये लॉस है, और ये MAE है। ओके, दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग। बाद में इसको विजुअलाइज कर दिया। ये देखिए, दैट losses over EPOS and MAE over EPOS. That means if you are increasing the iteration, losses should reduce. losses कम होने चाहिए। यहां पर भी देखो, losses कम होने चाहिए, कम हो रहे हैं, दे आर रिड्यूसिंग, losses are getting reduced, but there is a lot of fluctuation, and the reason for the fluctuation is we have taken linear activation function at the end। यदि नहीं लेते तो इतना नहीं मिलता। अब चेंज करना, मैं आपको कोड दे चुका हूं, चेंज करना। ओके, दैट्स व्हाट यू विल सी।
So what other function would come, sir,
Nothing,
apart
not
from
because
linear?
regression we are not going to take anything else.
Yeah.
हाँ, नहीं नहीं लेंगे कुछ और. रिग्रेशन प्रॉब्लम है ना.
Mm-hmm.
ओके, तो सिग्मोइड शॉर्टनेस कुछ नहीं ले सकते. नथिंग वी कैन टेक.
फिर इससे अच्छा इम्प्रूव हो नहीं पाएगा फिर.
हाँ, इससे अच्छा होगा ना, बिल्कुल होगा. आप एक काम करो, लीनियर हटा दो यहाँ से, रिड्यूस द लीनियर एक्टिवेशन फंक्शन, इससे अच्छा हो जाएगा. ठीक है. एंड मोर लेयर कैन बी एडेड इन दिस मॉडल, ये भी कर सकते हैं आप. रेलू से चलने देना. ठीक है, अच्छा हो जाएगा. ओके, पॉसिबल है. तो मेरे पास पहले वही था, अच्छा ही था, मैंने जानबूझ के लीनियर लगाया वहां पर. एटलीस्ट आई वॉन्ट यू टू शो समथिंग ना, एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन आई नीड टू डू. तो मैंने लीनियर लगा भाई समझाने के लिए आपको. All right. So this makes a sense. Okay, I took your more than an hour. Okay, I took your complete 1.5 hour to explain.